Hello guys, let's start then with the new content on page 75. Okay? Let's repeat. A feather, a parrot, an eagle, to flutter or to flutter, a nest, a sea lion, an owner, to own, a hedge, to glide, to ice skate, an ice skate, a seal, a flipper, to melt, a wing, a polar bear, an iceberg, a rink, a species, a hummingbird, a swan, male, female. So guys, let's go. A feather. Feather, guys, is what birds are covered with. Birds are covered with feathers. There are also some people that like their pillows stuffed with feathers. Okay? A parrot is a bird. A parrot is a tropical bird. It's normally this size, okay? The most common type of parrot. They are normally green and they are very famous for repeating words and small sentences that humans say regularly. Okay, so they learn very easily to repeat sounds that we humans produce. An eagle is a big bird, actually. It is known for its great sight, sense of sight, and an eagle is the symbol of America, and an eagle is the symbol of freedom, okay? And that's why it's the symbol of the United States of America. Okay, to flutter, it's like to fly in an unsteady way, okay? For example, to flutter is how hummingbirds fly. A hummingbird is a very small bird, okay? It has a long mouth, a long beak, okay? Beak, mouth. Beak is B-E-A-K, okay? It has a long beak, and the hummingbird uses its beak to get the nectar from flowers, okay? And the way they fly is called flutter, okay? A nest, guys, is what birds build to lay their eggs in, okay? They build nests. A sea lion is just like Portuguese, okay? The name in Portuguese is the same. It's not a lion, okay, but it's a big animal from the sea, called a big mammal, called a sea lion. An owner, to own. An owner is the person, to own is the verb. The verb to own means to possess. So, an owner is the person who possesses something, okay? For example, Rachel is the owner of London Connection. A hedge, guys, is like a fence, a limit, okay, from a house, but it's not made by wood or bricks. A hedge is made by trees, small trees, bushes, okay? To glide, guys, is also a way to fly, okay? To glide is a continuous motion, and some birds, they like to glide sometimes, and the wind helps these birds to glide. That's why we have that sport here in Santo Antônio. We have it. It's called paraglide, because the wind helps the flight, okay? To ice skate and ice skate. To ice skate is the verb and ice skate is the noun. Ice skate, guys, is to walk, okay, on ice. So an ice skate is a shoe with a blade under it, okay? So you can walk on ice. To ice skate is the verb of the name of the sport. A seal is an animal that likes to play with balls. They are known to be very friendly and they have flippers, okay? And in parks like SeaWorld in Orlando, they are trained to flap their flippers, okay? But evidently that flippers are not for that, okay? They have it to walk, okay? To melt is what happens to ice when it's very hot, okay? So ice melts when it's hot, becomes water. To melt means to become water, to become liquid, okay? Because it can happen to an ice cream too. When it's very hot, we buy an ice cream, it melts quickly, okay? A wing is what birds have to fly, okay? They normally have 2 wings. And aeroplanes also have wings, okay? 2 wings normally. A polar bear is a bear. It is white and it lives in the Arctic, okay? An iceberg is a big block of ice that detaches from the north or from the south poles, okay? And an iceberg is what hit the Titanic and made it sink, okay? Sorry. A ring is an enclosed place, for skating. Normally, we call a ring. There can be a ring for rollerblades. Okay, you go inside, you use your rollerblades, and that's okay. But we can also have a nice rink. Okay, it's used for ice skating. And normally an ice rink is an enclosed space and it has a roof and everything because a temperature has to be kept. A species, just like Portuguese, a hummingbird, I have already explained, it's the small bird that flutters, remember? A swan is, it looks like a duck, but it's bigger, okay, much bigger. And it's considered to be one of the most beautiful birds in the world, okay? There is a very famous ballet, okay? Then it's called the Swan Lake, okay? Okay, male is what regards to the gender, okay, of man. But for example, we cannot refer to animals as men and women. So we have to use male for man, female for women, okay? Very good. So, let's repeat. A swan has on average 25,000 feathers, while a hummingbird has as little as 100 feathers. It is common for people to ice skate in winter in London, especially at Christmas time. Industry is polluting our planet to a degree that icebergs are rapidly melting. There was a thick hedge around the castle protecting its gardens from the public. She glided around the rink on ice skates like a feather. The eagle made his nest at the top of the tree, while the smaller bird made it on a hedge. A sea lion, a seal, and a polar bear are animals that prefer colder climates. Female and male parrots of most species look the same. Okay guys, let's practice, sorry. So remember that on the let's practice part, I will read both question and answer, but I will leave you a few 1 or 2 seconds so you can pause the video and repeat the answer, read the answer before I do. So, what color feathers do some parrots have? Some parrots have blue, green, red and yellow feathers. Which famous ship hit an iceberg? A famous ship called the Titanic hit an iceberg. Do some people like to study the many different species of birds in the world as a hobby? Yes, some people like to study the many different species of birds in the world as a hobby. What is the difference between a seal and a sea lion? The difference between a seal and a sea lion is that seals have smaller flippers and walk on their stomachs, whilst sea lions have large flippers which they use to walk on land. Do you own a pair of ice skates? No, I don't own a pair of ice skates. Are polar bears common animals in the North or South Pole? Polar bears are common animals in the North Pole. Do you know who owns all the swans in England? Yes, I know who owns all the swans in England. The Queen of England owns all the swans in England. When Amanda swims in the sea, what does she use? When Amanda swims in the sea, she uses flippers. What color is a swan? A swan is gray when it is young, and then either black or white when it grows up. Where is it common to see hummingbirds? It is common to see hummingbirds in country with warmer climates, especially near plants with flowers. Is there a hedge around this school? No, there isn't a hedge around this school, but there is a wall or fence around this school. Where do athletes play ice hockey? Athletes play ice hockey on a rink with ice skates. Which country uses the eagle as one of their symbols and why? The USA uses the eagle as one of their symbols because it's a symbol of strength, and long life. Which bird fluttered into Rachel's garden this morning? A small parrot fluttered into Rachel's garden this morning. Why do we say that birds flutter? We say that birds flutter because of the way their wings move. Can you give me an example of something else other than birds that has wings? Yes, I can give you an example of something else other than birds that has wings. An aeroplane. How many species are there of parrots in the world? There are 350 species of parrots in the world. The average male polar bear weighs 450 kilos. What would you do if you saw one? If I saw a polar bear, I would run away as quick as I can. Can we say that eagles glide through the air? Yes, we can say that eagles glide through the air. Guys, take a look on the question, this question, okay? It's written, can we say that eagles glide through the air? Okay, the correct word is through. It is correct in the answer. It is incorrect in the question. Please correct it, okay? What is a female swan called? A female swan is called a pen. A cockerel or rooster are male chicken, aren't they? Yes, a cockerel or rooster are male chicken. Did you know that both female and male goats have horns and beards? No, I didn't know that both female and male goats have horns and beards. What happens to ice when it's heated? When ice is heated, it melts. Who owns this school? Rachel Hartwright owns this school. Is it illegal to keep an eagle as a pet? Yes, it is illegal to keep an eagle as a pet. If the ice on the ice rink melted, could you still ice skate? No, if the ice on the rink melted, I couldn't still ice skate. Who is the owner of one of the largest online shops in the world? Jeff Bezos is the owner of one of the largest online shops in the world, Amazon. Have you heard? Okay, guys, so we don't have a dictation by the end of lesson 6, okay? And I will give you further information through the group, WhatsApp group, okay, about the live and homework and everything. So, guys, be safe, stay home, and see you soon. Bye-bye.